Hi, everyone, and welcome to Health by the podcast with me, Mathilde, and to this Mexico City health guide. And if you have been listening before to this podcast, you might have heard my episodes about New York, Ibiza, and maybe I have another place too. Yeah, Cape Town, and maybe something else. But you seem to really like these, and I love to share my travel tips with you. And there are also some more destinations coming, like Copenhagen and LA coming up next. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I love to travel. I have been a freelance travel writer for almost 10 years now. I started working for Vogue in New York in 2015, I believe, and have been writing for various magazines since, and traveling and seen so many amazing places. And wherever I go, I really want to make sure that I find the best wellness spots. So this is something I do even if I'm going to a very random place. I always want to see if I can find maybe a yoga studio or a juice bar. And I have actually found really great ones in the most remote places. So it's something to definitely try. It's worth trying and worth the effort if you're going somewhere and want to find a wellness spot of some sort. But yeah, Mexico City, it's such a nice place. And the first time I was there almost 10 years ago, I believe, I was really surprised about the vast array of amazing wellness spots, great restaurants, yoga and Pilates studios, great hotels, and so on. I really fell in love with the city, and I thought it was much prettier and just better than I had imagined. So I can definitely recommend you going to Mexico City, especially if you like food. They have amazing restaurants. So a big tip to visit this place if you haven't yet. And something that I was really happy about when I first visited was that there are so many great spots if you're into health and wellness. And now when I was back earlier this year, I found so many amazing places that I just want to share. So everything from Pilates studios to hotels, juice bars, the best matcha, and spas, and yeah, everything. So you can find a lot in the city if you're into health and wellness. So with no further ado, I think we're going to start the episode and kick off the health guide. So first of all, when it comes to hotels and where to stay, I have a new favorite hotel that is so heavenly, and it's called Uma Casa. And it's actually not really a hotel. It's more a home that they have opened up to guests. And it's run by a family, two sisters, and it's actually their childhood home that they have reconstructed and just made into the most incredible home where you can come and stay. They only have 9 bedrooms, so it's very intimate, and they're so beautifully designed in its own unique kind of energy and style. And both the interior and the service, they are just impeccable. And they have the most incredible food that they cook upstairs on their terrace. And one thing you have to try if you're here is that you ask for the cacao treats made by one of the lovely sisters. They are just incredible. So this is a hotel that I would highly recommend going to. And it's in Lomas, so it's a good location. I think it's close to Polanco, but you can also go to Roma quite easily, which are 2 really nice other neighborhoods. So yeah, this is such a lovely place, very intimate, very friendly, and so beautiful, especially if you're into interior design as well. And yeah, this is just so nice. So that would be one of my biggest recommendations. But then if you want to live in Polanco, in the heart of that area, you find Casa Ofelia, which is another incredible place. It's quite small, and everything is just in a nice beige and white color palette, so it's super pretty. And you also find a small gym, an outdoor terrace, and if you get one of the suites upstairs, you actually get your own big terrace, and you also have a large bathroom, shower with a tub, and the whole room and the interior, it's so pretty. And like I said, the location is really, really good in the heart of Polanco. So that's another excellent hotel that you have to check out if you're there. And then if you want to live and stay in Roma, you have two gorgeous options here. One is called Nima Local House Hotel, and the other one is called Onto Tonala. I'm sorry for my Spanish. But those are also really beautiful, stunning hotels and something I can recommend too. And then you also have one called Octavia Casa in Condesa, another lovely neighborhood. And this is also just stunning. The design, it's very minimalistic and kind of Scandi meets Mexico interior. And it's, just perfect for a relaxing stay. And then last but not least, you have Circolo Mexicano, which is a recommendation if you want to stay downtown. You can find lots of nice food in the restaurant, but you can also enjoy the pool they have on the terrace. And it's just really pretty and a great option as well. I just wanted to quickly interrupt this episode and talk a little bit about Sakara and their incredible meal programs and products. As you know, I am such a big fan of this brand and I can't recommend it enough. That's why I keep raving about this incredible brand. In addition to teas, supplements, superfood powders, and other wellness essentials, Sakara offers science-backed, organic, nutritious, ready-to-eat meals that are so incredibly tasty. If you like healthy foods and want to make it easier to include that in your everyday life, I can highly recommend Sakara and their meal programs. They have a few different ones, so if you're interested in trying, I recommend that you go to their website and take their quiz, which will help you discover which program suits you the best. And for example, they have one promoting gut health, one targeting the metabolism, one for energy, and so on. So you can find the one that suits you and your lifestyle the best on their website. My favorite one is actually their signature program, which makes me feel so good every time I try it. First of all, it's so nice to have all the meals ready. It really saves you so much time, as you don't have to shop or prepare anything yourself. It's all ready for you to eat. And then I had really high expectations of the meals, but I have to say that they taste better than I could have imagined. They are so fresh, so delicious, and each meal is nutritionally designed to contain the optimal amount of plant-based protein, hydrating fresh produce, and nutrient-dense superfoods to help balance, restore, and heal the body. And over 170 plant ingredients are included in the menu for each week. So you get an incredible amount of nutrients and different plants in each week's menu. And best of all, if you're new to Sakara, you get 20% off your first order if you use the code HealthByMSakara and shop through the link I have provided in the show notes. So don't miss out and make sure to use the code if you want to try this amazing service or anything else from Sakara's website. I also want to mention the amazing brand Intelligent Change, which sells great journals and affirmation cards. They also have games, productivity planners, and other stationery that are perfect to get for your planning, organizing, and manifesting. And if you use my code HealthByM and shop through the link I have in the show notes, you get 10% off your entire purchase. So make sure to take advantage of this discount if you want to get some new stationery. All right, let's go back to the episode. And like I mentioned, there are so many incredible restaurants in the city, and it's undoubtedly a destination for foodies, especially if you're into health-conscious restaurants and wellness cafes. And Ojo de Agua is an old favorite with several locations in the city. They have everything from fresh juices and boosting superfood shots to homemade sandwiches and smoothie bowls and so on. And I love their acai bowl. It's just incredible. I would even say it's, yeah, I would even go as far as saying it's one of the best I've ever tried in the whole world. It's just, I don't know, the texture is just incredible. It's so creamy and so cold. It's, like when you order a smoothie bowl and it's too like liquid, that really annoys me because you want the topping to stay on top and you want it to be almost like a really, really frozen ice cream. That's, in my opinion, the best kind of texture of a smoothie bowl. And this acai bowl is just like that, and it just has the most delicious smooth mango on top with some granola, and oh my god, it's so good. You have to order that one. And then they also have really nice juices, I believe. I don't know exactly which one I loved the most, but all of them are really, really nice. And then another favorite health conscious spot I went to pretty much every single day when I was in Mexico City now this winter is called Mora Mora. And you also find a little grocery shop within this little place. You can buy some crackers, some drinks, and other snacks. And yeah, but the thing to order from here is their El Azul smoothie with blue spirulina. It's just incredible. Let me just say that. Trust me, you have to get this one. I got so inspired that I made my own version of it, and you find that recipe on the retreat. But I'm not joking if I had one or even two some days, every day. I was so addicted. It was beyond delicious, like one of the best smoothies I've ever had. So that's a must order. And then they also have really great hot cacao. They have a good matcha latte and also some good like healthy treats. They have a chocolate chip cookie that's really, really nice, but it's a healthy version of it. So really, really great place as well. And then the best juice bar, in my opinion, is one called As Happy as Larry. And they have a lot of really nice freshly squeezed juices. My favorite is called Detox C. And if you like matcha, there is a place in Condesa called Matcha Miu Cafe. Really, really nice too. And then the best place, in my opinion, for matcha in the city is a place you find both in Juarez and in Polanco, I believe. And it's called Nido. And they just have the best brunch ever. I love their salmon bagel, which is incredible. But then what's so good with their matcha is that they have a certain honey matcha. And I don't know, I think I talked about this in the previous episode about how I discovered this here. And maybe I'm just super late and you all have been sweetening your matcha with honey forever, but I haven't really sweetened my matcha before. And also because I have mostly seen that it's done with stevia, which I don't really like. But now when I found the honey version, it was just so tasty. And I was hooked. I went there also pretty much every day. So now my new thing is honey matcha, and this place really makes it so good. And like I mentioned, they also have great food, and it's just a super cute little spot for brunch. So make sure to check that out as well. And then another great lunch spot in Polanco is called Básico, where you can find smoothies, and my favorite one is their mint chocolate chip. They also have salads, bowls, and so on. And then another place for lunch or dinner in Polanco is La Utilia. I believe that they have everything 100% gluten and refined sugar-free, so it's a really healthy option as well. Great juices. And then there is a Greek, really nice restaurant called Karpos in Polanco. And yeah, it's just super pretty and the food is delicious too. So that's another option in that area. And then if you go to Roma, there is a place called Marmota, which is a little tiny restaurant in a corner of the park called Plaza Rio de Janeiro. And it's so delicious. They have the nicest menu. It varies depending on the season and even the month, I think. And they have a great burrata. They have olives. They have a little like farm to table kind of feeling, and everything is shared, small dishes, and yeah, super nice place. You have to go there, especially for lunch or dinner, I would say. And then 2 other great dinner options are Casa Virginia and Blanco Colima, and they're both in Roma as well. And they are so stunning. I love the interior they have, which is this like old colonial style historic buildings, and then really modern and kind of sleek, but still like a little bit historic interiors. So it's a very nice mix, very much beige, white, nice interior. They have also great food, of course, great tacos. They have a artichoke risotto at Blanco Colima, which is incredible. That was actually at Casa Virginia. Yeah, they have the artichoke risotto and an eggplant toast. And then at Blanco Colima, they have really nice mocktails too. And this place gets a little bit busy when it gets later. A lot of people come there, and there's a DJ and a bar. Yeah, a lot of fun at those 2 places as well. And then for sushi, you always have Nobu, which is really nice. And then Lavo, Mexico City, opened when I was there, and I went to the opening actually, and it was really nice. I've always loved Lavo in New York, and this was such a stunning restaurant with amazing Italian food. So if you're looking for that during your visit, you can head to Lavo, and it's just around the corner from Nobu, so they're in the same area. And then last but not least, there's a place called Bella Aurora, and they have the most gorgeous little terrace on the top of the restaurant, and it's super nice for brunch. They have amazing scrambled eggs with avocado, and it's just a perfect place to go to if you want a nice and relaxing weekend brunch, for example. In addition, I just have to talk briefly about this amazing offer from the Holistic Health Coaching School, IIN, the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. Signing up to their 1-year-long program was one of the best decisions ever in my life. And luckily enough, IIN has now teamed up with the Chopra Center, and they offer many more courses. You can find a program about gut health, about hormone health, a yoga teacher training, meditation teacher training, and much more. So if you're interested in holistic health, but you want to become a health coach, yoga teacher, or just want to learn more about some specific areas, I can highly recommend IIN because the knowledge I got from here really kickstarted my career, and it was also so useful for myself to learn all of these things. It has really helped me improve my own health and lifestyle, but also, of course, to share with my friends, family, but also clients and followers. So if you are interested and want to learn more, dive deeper into holistic health, you have to check out IIN. And best of all, if you use my code MathildeXIN and enroll through the link in the show notes, you get 20% off all their courses. So 20% off all tuition. So if you're interested in learning more about holistic health, make sure to enroll and use this incredible discount. And you find the link and the code to use in this episode's show notes. And speaking of courses, I also want to share a little tip about a very exciting course I'm taking this spring, which is a Pilates Reformer education together with Pilates Center Academy by Pilates Center Stockholm. And this education is online, but with 2 weekends of in-person trainings in Stockholm. And I am so excited about this. Since I love mat Pilates, I can't wait to dive even deeper into the world of Pilates and learn more about the Reformer as well. I have also heard that you get a lot of inspiration for mat work as well from the Reformer course, so I am super happy to improve my skills and knowledge to enhance my mat classes too. And if you want to join me, make sure to check out the Pilates Center Academy website and sign up. The education I have enrolled in is now in May and June, so make sure to grab one of the last spots. I believe that there are just a few left if you want to join me on this journey as well. And you find the link and everything you need in the show notes. And by using all the codes and the links here, you help support Health by Em and the podcast as we earn commission. All right, let's go back to the episode. And then in terms of exercise, you can find a lot of amazing studios here. And there are actually so many Pilates Reformer studios for some reason here in this city. It has really boomed, and I'm so excited because I am taking this Reformer Teacher Training this spring, which I'm super happy about. So I was able to practice a lot here and found many incredible Pilates studios. And one that I really loved is called the Good Studio. They have mat classes and some yoga as well, but they have really excellent reformer classes, which I can highly recommend. So this is in Roma, actually just across the street from Mora Mora. So a tip is to start today with a Pilates class, and then you cross the street for a smoothie at Mora Mora. That was at least my routine when I was there. But anyway, in the same building as the Good Studio, you find Ponte Pila, which is another favorite Pilates studio where you also find really good bar classes. So check that out as well. Then you have PLT Studios and Body Bar by JB in Polanco, and they're also really good. You also have one called the Mat MX, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and they have hot classes. They have cardio, Pilates, yoga, breathwork, sound healing in a hot studio. So that's a tip as well. And then for yoga, you find Leve Studio. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled Leve, and it's such a gorgeous little peaceful oasis where you find yoga classes. You even find face yoga, which I loved. And you also have a fantastic little shop where you can get ceremonial cacao, handmade jewelry, cute notebooks, and much more. Then Light on Yoga is another wonderful studio to check out in Polanco. You can actually do classes on the rooftop, which is really nice. And then you also have Con Pausa in Colima in Roma. And then you also have two nice studios called Mula Yoga and Atma Yoga as well. And then when it comes to shopping and some relaxing and pampering, there is a really nice place for mani-pedi in Polanco, and it's called Rush. There's also a place called Ken Hair Studio in Lomas, just around the corner from the hotel I mentioned in the very beginning, Uma Casa. It's a hair studio, but you also have a great manicure, pedicure, and I'm sure you can have other treatments too. And those two I can highly recommend for mani-pedi. And then you also have a wonderful newly opened place called Koti Wellness. It's spelled Koti Wellness. And they offer holistic treatments, but also contrast therapy with ice baths and sauna sessions. And it's just such a lovely place. It's a really zen and peaceful environment and ambience. And it's, just so nice to have that in the middle of the city. And I just love contrast therapy when you use ice baths, but also hot sauna sessions to mix between the hot and the cold. And then if you want a relaxing day by a pool, if you are a member of Soho House, you have to check out their location in Juarez in Mexico City. It's just incredible. It looks like something out of a movie, and you find lovely restaurants and bars. It's this historic old villa with a pool in front, and it's just incredible. So if you're a member, check it out. If you know someone who's a member, sneak in with them and just enjoy this incredible place. I spent pretty much every day in Mexico City in Soho House, and I just loved it. It was so nice to have both the pool but also a place to work, and then you had the nice restaurant. I got their Greek salad pretty much every single day. They also had a very good strawberry apricot mocktail, and it's just the most stunning place in the whole city. Maybe it's one of the most stunning villas I've ever seen. So make sure to check that out too and enjoy the pool. And then when it comes to shopping, for healthy snacks like vegan coconut ice cream, dark chocolates, and smoothies, make sure to visit Healthy Boutique in Polanco. There's also one called Green Republic in Lomas. And then another favorite healthy grocery store is called Soko Fresh in Roma. And you find anything you need for healthy eating. You find everything from coconut oil to seeds, almond milk, and much more. And one thing I really love about Mexico City is that there are many stores scattered around the city where you can find lots of nuts, seeds, superfood powders, and so on. So everything you need to boost your pantry, pretty much. And you can get them from there. You just get a little bag and you take as much as you want, and then you weigh it and then you pay. So you find lots of stores like that. One I loved was called Estado Natural. And they also have a nice matcha and chocolate covered almonds and some other like snacks, for example, dehydrated pineapple and so on. So that's a little tip too, that you can find lots of healthy snacks and nuts and seeds in those little stores, and they are everywhere. You find them in every neighborhood. And then last but not least, right by Leve Yoga Studio is Koki Koki's store in the city. And this is a brand I love so much. I've been to their hotels. They used to have one in Tulum many years ago, which they closed, unfortunately, but they still have the one in Koba I visited twice, and it's just incredible. And they have an online store too, if you want to shop to the US or if you live in Europe. So that's doable as well. But if you're in Mexico City, you have to go by their store here. And they have the most incredible perfumes. They sell it as scented candles, incenses, body oils, but also as perfumes. So their products are incredible. You can also find some jewelry, some leather products. Obviously, you find more online, but in this little store, you have some of the favorites, and it's just so, so, so nice. So that's a little tip that you have to check out as well. All right, this was everything I had in store for Mexico City. I hope you got some tips and some inspiration. I really hope you will like these places if you end up going. Please let me know and share what you think if you end up going to Mexico City and go to any of these places. I will be back with more health guides very soon. Like I mentioned, LA is coming up, Copenhagen is coming too, and then we have some other fun topics coming soon on the podcast as well. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget to send this episode to anyone you know who is going to Mexico City and might want to know some great places to visit and get some tips. So with that being said, I think we are done for today, and I hope that you liked the episode. And have a lovely rest of your day and take care, and I'll be back next week.